20-somethings in Philadelphia that are unemployed is like 50%. I mean, you guys work way too hard to be as unemployed as you are right now. And I'm going to speak from, and it's true, and most of you guys here are like freshman, sophomore, I'm assuming. So, you got some ways out. I mean, that feels like an eternity, I know, but it goes by like that. The reason I bring all this up is I'm going to talk a little bit about, and I know Harold, who's got a much cooler voice than I do, is going to come talk after me, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between UCLA and USC and what it means for all of you in terms of AK Psi. And I never really thought about this as a UCLA undergrad until I got to USC. So the first day I went to USC, literally the first day, they're like, you're going to drink the Kool-Aid, you're going to realize this network here beats your, little blue brothers over there at UCLA. And I was like, yeah, right. And I was like, this, whatever. Literally within I want to say 2 or 3 months, I saw exactly what they meant. And it was when I was looking to start my company, and I called Activision. I called somebody in the HR department or development department or something like that. And this person called me back from England. And they gave me a phone number for somebody that they knew in LA that could help me out. And I realized, you know what? This had never really happened in UCLA. Because I wanted to come back here for my MBA. The testing company lost my test scores, and UCLA wouldn't even expedite my application. What has helped me in my professional career, in terms of a network, people that I can go to, people that I can trust, is AK Psi. UCLA itself as a school is a fantastic school, and I wrote the guidebook on UCLA. It actually is still for sale, I believe, at Ackerman. I wrote it 8 years ago. I don't know why they don't take it off the shelves. It's still over there. One of the things that I wrote in there was that this school is fantastic if you want to learn how to excel against a bevy of peers. If you want to learn how to stand out as a drop in a cloud, you come to this school because you're always raising your hand trying to get somebody to look at you and see what you're doing. But what you start to realize is that skill only takes you so far. You need a backbone, you need a network, you need people that can help you stand out in a crowd without all the effort, because you guys work so hard. What's the average GPA to get in here now? 4.8? Is that even possible? Right? You know what I mean? Isn't it like a 4.8 now? The SAT score is like a 1560 or something ridiculous? I mean, you guys are smart. You guys are smart. Y'all are smart, okay? And I'm serious.
New standard.
I bring this up because it's hard. And you're not going to realize how hard it is until you're a senior and it's March and you think to yourself, oh my gosh, I don't have a job, and in about 4 months, these loans coming in from the state are going to stop, and I'm going to have no other income. And I don't want to live at home, right? I don't want to live at home. If you pop me up. But the reason I bring this up is I got my first internship from AK Psi. And when I wanted business advice at work, I wanted people from AK Psi. When I want to hang out with people and watch a Laker game, I hang out with people from AK Psi. And this is now. When I want to be entertained by somebody that's ridiculous and goofy, I talk to Rod. Not only though, I'm totally kidding. I talk to people from AK Psi. If you want to be inspired by those around you, and not to drink a beer bomb, and not to do goofy stuff, but inspired to do things in the world, you hang out with people from AK Psi. And the reason why it's so cool to have something that's diverse and not something that's all, honestly, I don't even know what iBankers do. I really don't. I work at Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. I manage a bunch of people I manage $2.5 billion in assets for people that do personal finance. I think it's 29 financial advisors, $2.5 billion in assets. I work at Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, and I have no idea what iBankers do. I never had an interest in it, but I had a lot of people that did. And I got a lot of people, 3 years ago, I started an internship program. I opened the doors to people here, and I opened the doors to people all over UCLA and all over USC. And the people who came through my doors, and it was very exclusive, but the people who came through my doors, we did $2.4 billion with the B in plans for people all over up and down the West Coast. These people got jobs on trading desks in New York. These people got jobs at iBanks in LA and in Chicago. People got jobs at trading desks in Chicago. So the reason I bring this up is we don't just set you up with an internship. We set you up with a friendship and a network for life. You can come to me. All these people know here. They can come to me. They can call me up. They can ask me for advice. They can ask me for an internship. They can ask me for whatever they want. And if I can give it to them, I will. And the reason why is because it's this network, and it's a family. It's a brotherhood. And you may or may not understand it, but I guarantee you, if you join, when you're a senior and it's March, you're going to look back and you're going to think to yourself, oh my gosh, that guy was totally right. Where's his phone number? Oh my, I got to get this guy in. So seriously. Or you're going to think about somebody that is an iBanking. Or you're going to think of somebody that's a writer. I graduated as an English major. That's the reason I went back to business school. Right? So I mean, right? You're going to have people across the spectrum that you can go to. And I'm not going to mess. What's the DS? What is the DSP? DSP? Is that right? Not to bust on them too much, but without that diversity, you don't have excellence. You just don't. If diversity is a circle, and you're only looking at it from a financial perspective, you're only going to look at it from like, maybe a 90% sliver max. But when you get everybody in it, working together, you get people like Adam Mendelsohn that, actually create a medical device that's patentable. You're going to get that at DSP. You get people like myself that wrote a book. You're going to get that at DSP. You get people that have worked at an iBank. You might get that at DSP. But you put all that stuff together, you get excellence. And that's all I'm here to really tell you. And you got a network that can help you find it wherever it is that you need to see it. That's all I really have to say. Harold's going to tell you something much cooler than me. It's going to sound cooler anyway. I'll tell you that much right now. Am I supposed to introduce him?
Yeah.
No? I don't want to, but
you can.
I'm done. Thank you very much. God bless you. And if you need me to, reach out to any one of the actives, and you can connect with me, and I can tell you more. But I just wanted to give it to you briefly. This network, these people, it's real. That's all I got to say.